All right, listen up. Consider this the halftime locker room speech your bank account has been desperately begging for. Welcome to This Explainer, where we're going to get incredibly real about your money. And hey, we aren't here to shame you at all. We're just here to hand you a tactical playbook to actually win. Today, we're breaking down the 5 things keeping you broke and exactly how you're going to fix every single one of them this week. So let's kick things off with a pretty hard truth. You're working hard, right? You probably make a pretty decent salary. Yet somehow, by the 28th of the month, your bank account is practically whispering low funds. Look, you're definitely not alone in this. The culprit usually isn't one massive, catastrophic purchase. It's actually the subtle, totally invisible leaks that sabotage wealth building, the ones that go completely unnoticed until the debt piles up or your financial goals just completely stall out. To fix this, we really have to destigmatize your situation. What you're experiencing is basically a mix of 2 things. First up is what we call structural anarchy. This is a fundamental misalignment between your fiscal infrastructure and your daily behavior. Think of it like disorganized accounting, where your money just kind of goes wherever it's invited. Second is lifestyle creep. You know how this goes. As your income grows, say you finally get that raise or a nice bonus, your spending just magically rises to match it. You upgrade your clothes, you start doing nicer dinners out, and suddenly you're making more money but saving absolutely nothing extra. So how exactly do we reverse this? Okay, let's dive into this. Here is your 7-day challenge playbook for the week. 1. Stop impulse buying. 2. Audit your subscriptions. 3. Negotiate fixed bills. 4. Attack debt. And 5. Anchor your goals. Step 1. The 7-day money challenge, your financial reset. Moving right into step 2. Stop impulse buying. The whole framework for this week is actually super simple. We aren't trying to boil the ocean here, we're just taking back control of your liquidity one tactical play at a time. And that very first leak, well, it happens right in your brain. Let's just remove the shame right now. Modern marketing is literally engineered to completely bypass the rational decision-making centers of your brain. Impulse buying is just a neurobiological trigger. When you're stressed out, bored, or lonely, retail therapy acts as this really quick dopamine hit to regulate your mood. Add in the social pressure of keeping up with the Joneses, using credit to project a certain level of prosperity to your peers, and man, it's just a recipe for instant, unthinking spending. So what do? The absolutely crucial point here is that we must introduce cognitive friction into your spending habits. Here's the play. Apply the 24-hour rule. Next time you feel that emotional urge to buy something non-essential, just wait. Give yourself 24 to 48 hours. Adding this friction usually allows that initial, crazy dopamine-driven urge to completely dissipate, which then allows you to make a rational, clear-headed decision about whether you actually need that item or not. All right, step 3. Audit your digital subscriptions. Now we're shifting from those behavioral leaks to structural digital leaks. Just look at this number for a second. $924. That is the average yearly amount consumers spend just on streaming services. Guys, that is an entire weekend getaway completely sacrificed to zombie subscriptions. Those recurring expenses that are fully automated, completely forgotten about, and just quietly draining your liquidity every single month. Now, you can't just rely on your memory to fix this. You really need to use tech to fight tech. Tools like Rocket Money offer automated bank link detection. Monarch Money is fantastic for household tracking. Pocket Guard focuses on showing you exactly what's actually safe to spend. And Trim? It can even act as a negotiation assistant for you. Just grab one of these apps to automate a 30-day bank statement audit and eliminate those zombie leaks instantly. Moving on to step 4, negotiate your fixed bills. Once you've killed off the zombie subscriptions, it's time to attack the expenses you probably thought were permanent. Things like internet, mobile, and insurance, yeah, they aren't entirely fixed. These service providers literally have retention departments dedicated entirely to keeping you from leaving. You just need the right script. Call them up and say, hey, I've been a loyal customer for X years, or I'm seeing much better rates from a competitor. Simply asking them to align your bill with current market values can successfully broker savings of $15 to $50 a month per service. No joke. Step 5. Attack high-interest debt. All right, so we're finding extra cash. What are we going to do with it? We attack high-interest debt because things like credit cards and payday loans create this incredibly toxic feedback loop of compounding losses, making literally everything you buy drastically more expensive over time. Just think about the math of interest asymmetry for a second. If you have an 18% APR on a credit card, you would have to go out and find a risk-free investment yielding more than 18% just to break even. And since that basically doesn't exist, paying off your high-interest debt is literally your absolute best financial investment. To execute this, you need a strategy. Experts generally point to 2 models. First is the snowball method. This is all about psychological wins. You pay minimums on everything, but you aggressively attack the smallest balance first to build up some real momentum. Then there's the avalanche method, which is all about mathematical wins. You attack the debt with the highest interest rate first to save the most money over time. Just pick the one that fits your personal psychology best and then stick to it relentlessly. And finally, step 6, anchor your financial goals. So we've plugged the leaks and we're attacking the debt. But how do we make sure you don't just relapse after the 7-day reset? Without a clear direction, it's incredibly easy to start spending aimlessly all over again. You need to create a visual anchor. Actually write down your specific why. Like, are you saving for a house, early retirement, or honestly just some peace of mind? Take that written goal and put it somewhere you are going to see it every single day. Stick it right on your fridge, slide it in your wallet right next to your credit card, and track your progress visually. Doing this connects your daily, mundane habits directly back to your core values, which is what maintains your long-term focus. I really love this quote from Jason Pack. He says, "Awareness is the first step to financial freedom. Once you face the facts, you take back control, and that's where real change begins." Financial peace isn't about being perfect right out of the gate. It's about being informed, being proactive, and just refusing to live in the dark about your own money. All right, you have the playbook. You know the exact tactics. The halftime speech is officially over, and it's time to get back out on the field. So I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about. What is the very first financial leak you are going to fix today?